YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to you with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Player on YouTube, exclusively on there. And we're going to talk about how the Chicago Bulls blew out the Memphis Grizzlies 132 to 107. The Grizzlies go to 23 and 44, 11 and 24 on the road. The Bulls go to 28, 40, 17 to 18 at home. Chicago leads the season series because this was the first time they played against each other this season. Play again later this month for the last time since both of these teams are not playing or playoff teams. Chicago won the first quarter 29 to 27. They won the second quarter 32 to 30. They won the third quarter 36 to 29. In the fourth quarter 35 to 21 to end with a good blowout victory. Prosper 24 minutes, 13 points. He went 6 of 11 from the field. 1 of 3 from the three-point line. He missed his only free throw. He did have 3 rebounds and a block, and the personal was a minus 26 and plus minus. You're happy that you got double figures for him. You're happy that he finished real good around the rim and provided a little bit of spacing when he was out there. Cedric Howard back in the starting lineup, 24 minutes, 17.7 to 13 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3, 1 to 2 from the free throw line. He did keep the ball moving. And this one took a lot of high percentage shots. So you have to like his shot selection, how he went about his business. And this one, 2 turnovers and a block. He did almost foul out. He did have 5 personal fouls in this one. And he did finish as a minus 21 and plus minus. Jalen Wells took a mid-range, took a couple threes, finished 5 of 9 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. A really good game from him. He did have 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, and a steal. No personal fouls, and was a minus 15 and plus minus, and got 1 offensive board. Walter Clayton Jr. got to start. He played 26 minutes. He ended up having 12 points. He went 5 of 11 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3. He can drive. He can pull up. He can make a quick decision when he has the ball, especially if he knows where you're going to be at or he sees you open. He do have good size for the guard positions. And he did have 2 rebounds and 7 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 offensive score, 1 personal foul, was a minus 35. And plus minus, Rupert ended up playing 27 minutes. He made a 3 and missed the rest of his shots. He went 1 of 6 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. He had 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, and 2 steals. The 2 steals was the most in the starting lineup. He had 2 personal fouls and was a minus 29. And plus minus, Taj Gibson ended up scoring his only basket and missed the other one. So he finished with 2 points and had played 8 minutes. He did have 2 rebounds, no turnover, still in the block. He also had 1 personal foul and was a minus 1 and plus minus. Tyler Burton, he finished with 21 minutes and had 8 points. He went 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line, and finished 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Didn't shoot the ball bad or great, but he did have 8 boards. That was the most off the bench, and had 1 assist, 2 turnovers, and 2 steals. So he ended up still having a good game. He also had 2 offensive boards, 2 personal fouls, was a minus 4 and plus minus. Taylor Hendricks, he did a good job of finishing around the basket in deep paint catches. And then he also went 2 of 5 from 3, finished 6 of 11 from the field, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line for 16 points. He had 3 rebounds, 1 turnover, 2 steals, 2 offensive boards out of the 3. No personal foul, was a plus 9 and plus minus. Drew, I don't know how you say it, number 77, 23 minutes, 5 points. He went 2 of 4 from the field. He missed his only 3 and 1 of 2 from the free throw line, too. But he did do a good job of keeping his teammates involved and finding them early and often. He had 5 boards, 6 assists, and 2 turnovers, 1 offensive rebound, 4 personal fouls, was a minus 3 and plus minus. Cam Spencer was able to hit 2 threes and get a drive to go. And also just driving in general, got him to the free throw line. He went 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 2 of 4 from 3, 3 of 7 from the field for 12 points. He did have 1 rebound, 1 turnover, and 1 steal, while also getting 7 assists, which is really good because he's the guy that comes in and gives them scoring and passing. And he did a good job of that tonight. He had 1 offensive board, no personal fouls, was a plus 9. And plus minus, Jemai ended up playing the most minutes off the bench, which was 26. He had 3 points. He made 1 3, missed another, and then finished 1 of 6 from the field. So he didn't make any of his 2-pointers. He did have 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, and still in the block. He also had 2 offensive boards, 2 personal fouls, and was a minus 9. And plus minus, there was nothing that he didn't do in this game. Everything you could do, he did do, besides make a free throw or even attempt one. And then the Chicago Bulls, Jalen Smith, and the whole starters all scored in double figures. He had 13 points. He finished around the basket real well. And this one got deep paint catches, good seals. But the problem was he went 0-4 from 3 and that could have been a lot better, but the team won anyway, so I guess they don't care. He just wanted to shoot better in the next one. He did go 3 of 3 from the free throw line, had 5 rebounds and a turnover, 3 offensive boards, 2 personal fouls, and was a plus 30 and plus minus. Matas Buzelis played 32 minutes. He had 29 points. That was game high. In this one, he went 12 of 22 from the field, and he also went 5 of 13 from three, hit some clutch ones, and he was able to get open over and over again. Had good drives too, and had a nice, real good dunk. In this one, he also had 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and 3 blocks. The 3 blocks was the most on the team. He also had 2 offensive boards, no personal foul, with a plus 26. And plus minus Leonard Miller, 28 minutes, 10 points, 3 of 5 from the field, 2 of 3 from three, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He just got good shots, and it's just about can you put him down. He was able to do that. He had 7 rebounds, 2 assists, no turnovers, and 2 blocks. Everybody seemed like they was getting their hand on something for the Bulls. 3 offensive boards, 1 personal foul, plus 21 and plus minus. Trey Jones kept attacking the basket, although he did shoot some threes. He only went 1 of 5 though from three. He did finish 7 of 12 from the field because his other shots was really high percentage, and he did go 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 5 boards, 5 assists, and 3 turnovers. He also had 2 steals and 1 block. 1 offensive rebound, no personal foul, was a plus 13 and plus minus. And then Josh Giddey, another triple double. He had 16 points. He was finding people in the paint, finding people in the corner, finding people early. He finished with 13 assists. He hit a couple threes, went 2 of 5 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He did drive a couple times too, finished 6 of 12 from the field, and also had 15 boards. He was the only guy to get a double-double on the team, let alone a triple-double. He did have 2 turnovers and 3 steals. He had 2 offensive boards, 1 personal foul, and a plus 25 and plus minus. Yabusele had a nice dunk in this one. Also went 2 of 3 from the three-point line. Was physical as much as he could be. He went 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 3 of 4 from the field for 13 points. And he did all of that in 18 minutes. He had 1 turnover and a steal, 2 personal fouls, and was a -8. And plus minus, Patrick Williams went 3 of 6 from three. Then he also missed his only shot from two-pointer. From the 2-point shots. He also had 9 points, had 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul, was a -4. And plus minus, Nick Richard did a good job of finishing around the basket. He could have did better though, but he still finished 2 of 4 from the field. He went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had the most rebounds off the bench, which was 6. He also had 1 assist, no turnovers, 2 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, was a +6. And plus minus, Aldridge played 2 minutes. He didn't do anything but get a turnover and no personal fouls, and was a -1. And plus minus, Rob Dillingham, he was one of the biggest reasons why they won. He went 6 of 15 from the field. He did some drives. He ended up doing some threes that really kept piling up the lead. He went 3 of 9 from three, 6 of 15 from the field for the most points off the bench, which was 15. He also plays the most minutes, which was 27, and he was able to collapse the defense and speed up the game a little bit too for the Bulls to get good looks. He even ended up with 4 assists. He did have 3 turnovers though, 1 rebound. He also had 3 steals, which was tied for the most in the game with Josh Giddey. And then he had 4 personal fouls and was a +15 and plus minus. Yuki played 12 minutes, had 5 points with 1 of 2 from the field, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. His only shot was like a fadeaway shot off the dribble. He did get 1 rebound, 2 assists, and 3 turnovers and 2 personal fouls. It was a +2 and plus minus by the end of the game. 93 field goals for the Bulls. They shot 52%. The Grizzlies shot 86 field goals. They shot 45%. 48 three-pointers taken by the Bulls. They shot 38%. 39 taken by the Grizzlies. They shot 36%. 21 free throws by the Bulls. They shot 86%. 79 for the Grizzlies is the percentage they ended up shooting. The Bulls out-rebounded them by 10 because they had 47. The Grizzlies had 37. Both teams ended up having 30 assists. 16 turnovers for the Bulls, 17 for the Grizzlies, 9 steals for the Bulls, 10 for the Grizzlies, 6 blocks for the Bulls, 5 for the Grizzlies, 13 offensive rebounds for the Bulls, 10 for the Grizzlies, 34 defensive rebounds for the Bulls, 27 for the Grizzlies, and 16 personal fouls for the Bulls, 18 for the Grizzlies. And the Bulls just blew them out because they wasn't really missing too much of anything. And they also did a good job of still attacking the paint and finishing real well and gang rebounding when they could and just getting stops when it mattered throughout the entire game to be able to build the lead. And then you just got to give them you got to give them credit for being consistent the entire game. They did a good job of being able to execute and score every single quarter that they needed. And they picked it up a little bit more up in the fourth quarter, the one that mattered the most. Like, if you can step up in the fourth quarter and play a little defense and stay hot, scoring the basketball, that's how you close out a game. That's how you win one. Bulls and the Grizzlies both ain't making the playoffs, obviously. Both of these teams' seasons are basically over at this point, but it is still good to see two young teams go at it. Seeing guys like Rob Dillingham, see what he can do, see what he improved on, see what he's working on, and how he looks out there is always a good thing. You can say the same thing about Giddy and Mataj. You want to see more of them, obviously, because these are going to be the future players. Jalen Smith still looks solid. It was good to see Trey Jones have a lot more success, and Yabusele looks like he's becoming what he used to be last season, and not so much a high played this entire year. And then, of course, the Grizzlies, Cedric Howard and Walter Clayton and those guys, you want to see how good they can be for you. Taylor Hendricks had a really good performance, too. He's been adding a couple to his resume for the Grizzlies. And, of course, Cam Spencer, you always want to see what he's going to do because he's one of their more interesting players right now. And other than that, besides seeing some young talent show flashes of greatness, it's good to see who wins and how they get it done. Bulls was able to blow them out. They was able to get a good lead, and they was able to get it done and not blow it. So the Bulls fans should be a little happier because of that, and just because their young players got some playing time and some more experience. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.